Today, we are going to discuss measure of central tendency, specifically median of group and ungrouped data. In Statistics Part 2, before anything else, do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you will be notified for my upcoming videos. Thank you!
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro.
Median. The median is defined as the middle value observation in an organized list of numbers and falls in the middlemost position of the whole data. How to identify the median of ungrouped data? First, the median value in ungrouped data is determined by arranging the numbers in value order from lowest to highest or vice versa. If there is an odd amount of numbers, the median value is the middlemost number. If there is an even amount of numbers in the list, the middle pair must be determined, added together, and divided by 2 to find the median value. Example number 1. A college professor at a certain university assigns statistics practice problems to be worked via net. Students must use a secret code to access the problems, and the time of login and logout are automatically recorded by the professor. At the end of the week, the professor examined the amount of time each student spent solving the assigned problems. The data is provided below in minutes. Find the median. Okay, this is our given data. The first step we need to do is we have to arrange the data from highest to lowest. And the second step is we have to identify if the number of data is an odd or an even number and divide it by 2. Since there is an odd number of values in the data, we can take the middlemost number value, which is 30, as the median of the data. Therefore, the median in the problem is 30. Example number 2. The speed of the stenographers in typing per minute are shown in the table below. Determine the median of the speed of the stenographers. Okay, this is our data. Step 1 is we have to arrange the data from lowest to highest or vice versa. In step 2, we are going to identify if the number of data is an odd or even number and divide it by 2 and identify the middlemost numbers. Since there is an even number of values in the data, we will add the two middlemost values and divide it by 2 to get the median. So since the two middlemost numbers are 15 and 118, so what we are going to do, we're going to add now 115 plus 118 divided by 2, and that is equal to 116.5. Therefore, the median of the speed of the stenographer is 116.5. And next, we are going to compute the median of the group data. In finding the median of the group data, we are going to use this formula. We have the median is equal to L plus N over 2 minus the uppercase F over Fm times the I, where uppercase L is the exact lower limit of interval containing the median class. The uppercase F, the sum of all frequencies below the L. And the Fm will be the frequency of the interval containing the median class. And the N is the total frequencies, and the I is the class size interval. To solve the median of the group data, the following steps are used. First, compute the cumulative frequency less than. Second, locate the computed value of N over 2 at the cumulative frequency less than or the CF less than, the interval corresponding to this CF less than is the median class. Third step, we have locate the class interval in which the median class falls and determine the exact limits of this interval. And number 4, we have apply the formula by substituting the values of L, N, uppercase F, Fm, and the I. Let us have an example. The record of 21 people in 100-meter race is summarized in the given frequency table. Find the median of the given data in the frequency distribution. Okay, so this is our frequency distribution table. The first column is our class interval, which is the time in seconds. And the second column will be our frequency. Okay, so the first interval will be 51 to 55 with a frequency of 2, 56 to 60 with a frequency of 7, 61 to 65 with a frequency of 8, 66 to 70 with a frequency of 4, which is now our n is 21, because as we are going to sum up all the frequencies in the column 2, the total is equal to 21. Next thing that we need to do is we are going to create a column for the cumulative frequency less than. The question is how to create and complete the column for the cumulative frequency less than. We have to identify where are the smallest class intervals started. So in the table, the smallest class interval started at the top. The cumulative frequency less than, we will start at the top. So all we need to do is we have to copy the frequency here, copy the 2 as our starting point, and then to get the next CF less than, okay, we are going to add now 2 plus 7 to come up the next. Okay, that is equal to 9. And next is we are going to add 9 plus 8 to get 17, and 17 plus 4 to get 21. So we already have now our cumulative frequency less than. Okay, next, after completing now the column for the frequency less than, we are going to compute for the n over 2 to identify the median class in the table. So since our n is 21, so we have 21 divided by 2, then we have now 10.5. Okay, so since we already have now the value of our n over 2, which is 10.5, we are going to use this one and locate in the frequency less than where does 10.5 belongs. So as we are going to look at now our cumulative frequency less than, 10.5 belongs to 17. So this is now our median class. After identifying the median class, we have to identify the class interval. So since our class interval in the median class is 61 to 65, we are going to identify the exact limit of this class interval. How to identify the exact limit of the class interval? So all we need to do is we have to subtract 0.5 to our lower limit. If we have 61 as our lower limit, so minus 0.5, so the lower limit of our exact limit will be in the upper limit. Since we subtracted 0.5 in our lower limit, we are going to add 0.5 in our upper limit, which is 65. So 65 plus 0.5, that is 65.5. So our exact limit for our class interval is 60.5 to 65.5. But we only have to get the lower exact limit, which is our L is 60.5. Okay, our Fm is 8, which is this is our frequency of the median class, and our uppercase F, which is the cumulative frequency below the median class, so that is equal to 9. Our F now is 9. Then how to find the class size interval? In any of our class interval, just identify the upper and the lower limit and substitute it to our formula. So the formula is class size interval, or I, is equal to upper limit minus lower limit plus 1. So if we're going to take now 51 to 55, our upper limit is 55 and our lower limit is 51. So as we are going to substitute it to our formula, so I is equal to 55 minus 51 plus 1, where our I, or the class size interval, is equal to 5. So since we already have now our L, Fm, and the uppercase F and the I, we can now compute our median. Using our formula, median is equal to L plus N over 2 minus F over Fm times the class size interval. So as we are going to substitute now, so we have 60.5 plus 21 over 2 minus 9 over 8 times 5. So as we are going to simplify now, so 21 over 2 becomes 10.5, then 10.5 minus 9, that is equal to 1.5. And then after getting now the difference between 10.5 minus 9, we are going to multiply it by 5. So that becomes 1.5 times 5 divided by 8. So that becomes 7.5 divided 8. And then simplify this, 7.5 divided 8, that is approximately 0.9375. Then after getting now this one, we are going to add it to our lower limit, which is 60.5. Then we have now our median is 61.4375, or approximately 61.44. Okay, example number 2. 30 students in a class took a statistics test. The results are recorded in a frequency distribution table as shown in the table below. So this is our class interval and the frequency of each class interval. Okay, first we need to construct and complete the column for the cumulative frequency less than. So how? First is we have to identify where is the lowest class interval. Since now the lowest class interval start below the table, we will start or copy the frequency of this corresponding class interval. So we are going to copy the 7. Then to continue, we are going to add 7 to 9. That becomes 16. 16 plus 7 is equal to 23. 23 plus 2, that is equal to 25. 25 plus 3, 28. 28 plus 2 is equal to 30. So the last number of the cumulative frequency less than must be equal to the n, or the total frequency. Let us now locate the median class by computing n over 2. So since our n is 30, then we have 30 divided by 2 is equal to 15. We are going to use this number 15 and locate it in our cumulative frequency where does 15 belongs. Okay, so if we're going to look at our cumulative frequency less than, 15 belongs to 16. Okay. Okay, why 16? Because if we're going to look at now this one, 7.1 belongs to 16. 16.1 to 22 belongs to 23. 23.1 to 24 belongs to 25. 25.1 to 27 belongs to 28. And 28.1 to 29 belongs to 30. So we can say 15 belongs to 16. Then we can conclude that this is our median class. This is the basis in finding the L, the Fm, the uppercase F. In the median class, for the class interval, we have to identify the exact limit of this class interval by subtracting 0.5 and by adding 0.5. So the exact limit of this class interval is 29.5 to 39.5. Okay, so we can now identify our L will be, or the lower exact limit is 29.5, and then the frequency of the median class is 9, and the lower, okay, the lower class frequency of the median class is the 7, and that is our uppercase F. And then let us compute now for the class size interval. So as get now 70 to 99. So our upper limit is 79 and our lower limit is 70. So let us now substitute into our formula. So I is equal to 79 minus 70 plus 1. So our class size interval is 10. So we already have the values of the following. So we can now compute our median class. So now we can compute our median. So median is equal to L is 29.5 plus N is 30. That is now 30 over 2 minus 7 over FM, which is equal to 9, times the class size interval, which is 10. So as we are going to simplify further, we have 29.5 divide 30 by 2, that is 15. And then 15 minus 7, that is equal to 8. Then the result will be multiplied to 10, that is now 8 times 10, that is equal to 80 over 9. So as we are going to divide now 80 by 9, that is approximately 8.89. So as we are going to add now 8.89 to 29.5, the median is 38.39. And that ends our video discussion at this moment. Thank you for watching. But before you will end this video, please do assess your learnings by answering the self-test activity. Thank you.